Hi.
What were my lines again?
Welcome to the second science experiment of the Best Donuts in Oklahoma City competition science experiment. We have gone to Brown's Bakery,
Let's get this.
founded,
Brown's Bakery. I'm not sure if you can read that.
family owned and operated in Oklahoma City since 1946.
That's 72 years.
That's a long time.
And I will say this. I have been here before, but I don't really have much memory of what they taste like. But I will say this about, we did Dunkin' last time, and I will say that if anything, the old fashioned's gonna be better than Dunkin's. Like Dunkin's, we're not talking about Dunkin's.
We're not talking about Dunkin'
No,
Donuts
if
today.
you want
We're
to talk
talking
about Dunkin's, check out the last video.
Yes, and remember, comment and subscribe.
Don't do that. They know what to do. Don't do that, all right? We're not going to become just like every other channel. No, I will not allow it.
Okay, so
I can't edit
listen.
that out, but I'm not allowing it.
We have a guest judge today.
We do?
His name is Jesse Warren.
He's not on camera.
He's not on camera.
I think he just wanted donuts.
And his scores aren't going to count.
So he's just heel.
He's a guest sitting judge here.
I
So-
guess you mean he set up everything.
We're going to start with the maple.
No, I thought we started with the glazed.
Okay, we're going to start with the glazed.
We start with the glazed.
We're going to start with the glazed. I'll cut this in. I guess I'll do half so Dylan can have. Do you want some?
Bite.
This is a glazed donut. We went to Brown's at 10 o'clock today.
All right.
Yum.
That was good. I wish I remembered what my scores were for Dunkin', because this is better than Dunkin's.
No comment, because I know how I wanted to run the experiment. Well, that's okay. I will say freshness, much better.
But first we have to talk about accessibility. Well, reliability, I guess. And I will say this, they did not have 2 of the donuts that we wanted.
Yeah.
So that's
And,
gonna
you know,
hurt.
me being defensive of Brown's, because I'm kind of biased and there's just no way of getting around it. I wanted to do like a double blind type study and be blindfolded, but
But they were
that would
closed.
have been hard.
Plus they were closed whenever we were trying to do the experiment.
Yeah. So we're just having to go off of each individual place and
Today's
then what
Saturday,
they have.
right?
Today's Saturday.
I thought it was Sunday.
No.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to give this thing so we gave it a 9 last time. I'm gonna have to give it like a 6 or a 7 because it lost 2 donuts.
That would be on the donut.
No, accessibility.
Oh.
It's accessibility, reliability. Sorry, I keep saying reliability, but then you write it down as accessibility.
I know I do.
But for reliability, like, no, the reliability goes to just the place in general, not the specific donut.
I'm going on donut. So
No.
for me, I'm giving it I'm biased. I can't help it. Freshness.
Freshness. It tasted. I'm gonna just give it an 8.
I thought it tasted
Mouthfeel.
extremely fresh.
Mouthfeel. It had a really nice mouthfeel, actually.
Yeah, it did.
Very nice.
It was almost had a cake
Yeah.
feel to it, but it really had like an essence of like donut. I loved
Which is
it.
good. You want your donut to taste like a donut.
Balance.
Otherwise, you end up like Dunkin's old fashioned.
Balance was great.
Yes, I'm gonna give it 8. And then taste. It tasted pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna give it an 8.5 because I think it could be better. I'm expecting Krispy Kreme to win this, and I want to leave room for that.
Okay.
All right then.
There's maple on the top there too.
It is.
Yeah, so maple on this side and glazed on this side.
Oh.
It doesn't matter, we can just switch it.
Um,
Next up,
maple.
maple.
I'm just gonna.
Their glazed donuts seem to be a little more cake-like, which I'm okay with.
I'm gonna go off. Like this looks really good.
It does look really
Right?
good.
Ready, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. First of all, very accurate maple taste.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it doesn't taste like a fake maple taste. It tasted like you poured maple syrup on it. Like the texture is obviously completely different with the maple because it's frosting, not maple syrup.
Mm-hmm.
But taste-wise, it's as if they just poured maple syrup into it.
There's like a crunchy outer layer, and then the inside is like super soft.
Which makes it a really nice mouthfeel.
Yeah.
For a yeast kind of donut, not a cake style donut, it is a lot denser than a lot of other places. You know, you have like the practical like cotton candy cloud of like a Krispy Kreme or something. This is much denser, but it's still soft and moist.
Yes. I really like this like feel to it.
It's more substantial.
It's more substantial. That was our guest
For
judge.
reliability, we have to give it the same. Freshness, it tastes pretty fresh. Like I might have to like go back and like dial this one down to like what I originally wanted it to be. So because of
Freshness?
yeah, I'm only doing this because I'm like rearranging it. I'm leaving room for stuff. Mouthfeel. That was a great mouthfeel. Like I gave this like high numbers, but now tasting that one, I kind of want to go back and like, okay, this isn't as good as I thought it was.
You can't.
Yeah, I can. I'm doing it.
I loved the mouthfeel. I'm a huge. I love the crispy on the outside and like this. It was like soft and moist and so good.
Balance. For balance, it was like mostly maple, but to be fair, I liked it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give it an 8, just like last time. And for taste, that had an excellent taste. I'm giving it a 9.
I'm giving it a 10.
You see, I'm only giving it a 9. I wanted to give it a 10, but I want to leave it at a 9 so that there's like room for like leaving room for someone else to come in.
Are you saving these and then tallying them up and then like figuring out who the winner is?
I mean, I don't really know where my other sheet is.
Okay.
Sheets on. That was the plan wasn't really to tally them up. The plan was just like, to compare them.
How can you compare them if you don't know where the other ones are?
I didn't mean to lose the other ones.
Next up is the old fashioned.
The old fashioned,
Old fashioned.
which off the bat looks better than Dunkin's.
Yeah. This is a cake like donut.
Ooh.
Cake style donut. And there's
This feels
truly
really nice in
used.
your hand.
Yeah, it's nice and light. This
But
has
it
the
feels-
sour cream in it.
It feels firm as well. That was supposed to be good.
Excellent flavor.
Oh my god.
I'll let you guys decide the overall, but I'm going to go ahead and write it down that this is the best old-fashioned / sour cream in the city.
Definitely better than Dunkin's.
We have a new contender. Last night we were hanging out with my mom's, and she had a
Right.
suggestion on a donut
Oh
shop.
my god.
I don't remember the name of it.
It's just blowing my mind.
I think it was Minnie's.
Minnie's something in Bethany, so we may have to add that to the list.
Next buddy. Don't mind. That tasted fresh. Also.
Yeah, like it.
Yeah, maybe a 9.
This is so good.
Has a
Mouthfeel-
whole lot more flavor than the average old-fashioned or sour
balance.
cream. It's really
It
rich.
had a nice balance. Taste. I'm tempted to give this a 10.
Do it. It's freaking
This
good.
this is really good. Like so, my grade should have 8 because it's the same as the other ones. Then it's 9, 9, 9, 10. Like this was an excellent. Like I think mostly because the Dunkin' like set the bar so low.
Yeah, their old fashioned
Dunkin'.
was disappointing.
Dunkin' was like, oh, here's the height of a normal old fashioned. We're just gonna bring it down to the ground. And
It's what I imagine the on the regular show, that episode where they go get Benson a what was it, a whole wheat donut, and it was like that had the negative effect of an actual sugar donut.
and they were like, you mean a bagel? He was like, no, I want a whole wheat non-glazed donut,
Yes,
not a bagel.
but this old fashioned is outstanding,
This is amazing.
and I will say that Brown's strength is in the cake donut. That's what
We
they're
haven't
known
even
for.
gone for the cake.
Well, this is a sort of a cake style
okay.
donut. and that's kind of it plays to their strength. That's what they do best.
Did we get any cake donuts?
Yeah, we got all these.
Yes. Blueberry,
So,
devil's food.
Chocolate
there were
cake.
pockets of like sour cream, and like I tasted like pockets of sour cream in a bite, and that was exciting. Next up, we have chocolate cake.
Which
So,
they didn't have. So we got the next closest thing to what.
I'm going to interject here. They didn't have what they have several different styles of chocolate cake donut at Brown's. They have what's called a chocolate cake, which I believe has chocolate frosting on it as well.
Yeah.
No. Okay, and then they have a devil's. They have a red velvet, which is chocolate flavored cake donut, but it's not really completely brown. And then they have this, which is a devil's food, which is if you like look up, if you Google devil's food, it says chocolate cake, and so it is a
Prove it.
chocolate flavored cake donut.
so we're doing devil's food
This was really nice in
in
your
place
hand,
of.
The first
Chocolate
result
cake.
for devil's food, when you Google it, what does the devil eat? Question mark. Devil's food cake is a moist, airy, rich chocolate layer cake. Devil's food equals chocolate cake.
So this is taking the place of the chocolate cake that the one that I'm speaking of, or the one that they're famous for, Brown's Bakery, is like a dark chocolate cake. It is not this like milk chocolate. So
I woke up, I just sat in my bed, watched YouTube videos, and then suddenly we went to get donuts, and now we're doing this.
Nice crunch on the outside with the
Right.
frosting.
Yeah, it is. It's
Good-
like
good chocolatey
crunch
flavor.
and then soft. Yeah, it's really good chocolate flavor. And you guys know how I feel about chocolate,
I've never
Not
had
the
this
biggest
donut
fan.
before.
but this is really good.
It's got a nice chocolate flavor, not the chocolate flavor in the other chocolate donut that they're famous for. But
It's
it's got
not
a
as
good.
good as the old fashioned, of
No,
course,
it's not.
but still really good.
That old fashioned was off the hook.
I think only the blueberry cake has a chance against old fashioned. Even then, that's only because it's our favorite.
This is a good donut. Not my favorite, but it's good. So, reliability.
I'm going for the overall place. So, freshness. It tastes pretty fresh, but I think the other ones. You're kind of holding back my knowledge here.
Whew.
So I'm gonna give them an 8. It had an amazing mouthfeel.
The sugars are setting in.
I mean, I'm a teenage boy, so I just feel the same way as I always do. But it had like an amazing mouth, like with the crunch and then like the softness in the middle of it. It was really good. Balance. It was also very excellently balanced. Taste. I mean, I don't think it tasted as good as the maple, but I think it might have tasted better than the glaze. So I'm gonna give it an 8.7.
I gave them all 8s. So, not my favorite.
All right then, chocolate frosted.
Okay, yet again, they did not
Have
have
it.
They did not have any chocolate frosted, so we are unable to test on it.
We didn't get like a variation of it.
They
Are you
didn't
gonna-
really have a variation.
Do you want to test the red velvet or the strawberry
No.
cake, strawberry frosted? in
Probably the
place?
strawberry frosted. So
I thought it was
we got a strawberry frosted. It's still a cake donut though, but it has the frosting of what you would have in the chocolate frosting that we would typically.
Or I have a better idea. We don't analyze it and we just eat it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think you could really.
Yeah, we can't compare it.
Scores, but it's
We
worth-
sounded
it's
just
worth a
alike.
taste.
We said we can't compare at the same time. That's my son. That's my baby.
Thank you for telling the entire
That's my
universe
baby.
of the universe.
That's my baby.
I might not have you in the next video.
She might not buy you donuts.
Right? This is interesting.
You know what's funny? It's like I've
This
had
is
this
like an
frosting before.
applesauce donut. It's like a spice donut. That doesn't make any
right.
damn sense.
I was talking about the frosting. The frosting, it's a lot like that frosting
spice
you
donut.
get. You know that frosting we get whenever we buy cake or whenever we buy cupcakes? Or whenever we make cupcakes and we get that strawberry frosting to put on top of it? It tastes exactly like that.
No, the strawberry frosting.
It's way too sweet.
I'm not a huge strawberry frosting fan.
And I am
But
used
it's-
to it. And this is pretty bad. This is way too sweet.
It's pretty sweet.
It's pretty sweet, but the donut is not very sweet. So I mean, you do need some balance there.
Like you call
I'm continually surprised at how, I mean, yeah, it's dense, but the cake for a cake donut is really moist and soft and fluffy. So it does have a nice texture.
I actually didn't like it.
I'm just not a fan of strawberry frosting on a donut.
Yeah.
Cupcake maybe, but
I am a fan of
just-
strawberry frosting on donut, and I didn't like this.
yeah.
It tasted pretty artificial to me. That's probably one of the reasons why I don't like strawberry frosted in general.
Yeah.
So it was interesting that they put it on a spice donut, a spice cake
Yeah.
donut.
Well, I will say that was probably the best part. It was like sweet, but it was like, of course, it was too sweet. If it wasn't as sweet, if it didn't taste as
Sugar.
bad, and then but the spice afterwards, I felt it was like really nice. It was really nice to
Okay.
save you from the frosting. The frosting ruined it.
That's not my jam.
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting, but it wasn't my jam.
All right then, time to the
Blueberry cake.
Jeez, resistance.
Blueberry cake. Blueberry cake.
Whoa! You gotta clean the knife.
I
Can't contaminate it.
Contaminate it.
I was
It's artificial stuff.
no. This is how you clean a knife.
Oh, now this is how you go get a new knife.
I'm just gonna tear it. You
Why?
got your own donut. We got 3 blueberry cakes.
One for this, one for you, and one for me afterwards.
Blueberry cake time.
Oh God. The texture is very similar to the old fashioned, but it has the blueberry taste that I love.
I'm getting like 0% blueberry flavor. If you closed your eyes and I handed you this donut, you would tell me it was an old fashioned.
Probably, actually. Which,
Very interesting observation.
that's a good point.
I'm just gonna hold that up in front of the camera and rotate it. Tell me how much blueberry you see there. That's the amount of blueberry flavor I'm getting.
Whoops. Yeah,
Great
there's
job,
interesting.
Usually more blue in color and definitely more in blueberry flavor than
Like
this.
maybe they forgot. But there's blueberry pieces.
I see a couple purple dots, but it's usually like there's enough purple dots that it kind of changes the dough to be slightly purple. And I'm getting none of that.
Yeah, I agree. Although the cake, part of it,
It's a delicious cake donut.
It is, but I think it's because it's an old fashioned. It's an old fashioned with blueberries.
oh my gosh,
With
so
not
much
enough
sugar.
blueberries.
No, not blueberries. So, that is, do we judge this as a donut or do we judge it as a blueberry cake
We have to
donut?
judge it as a blueberry cake.
Because-
That's what it. That's
I was
what
gonna
it.
say if
Like,
I'm
if
judging it as a blueberry cake donut, color me disappointed.
Like here's the thing: if it doesn't have, if it's not blueberry, if it doesn't have any blueberry flavoring, then
It's a
you
sad
can't
day
really-
in blueberry cake donut
is.
land.
I mean it tastes a lot like the old fashioned, like you said. So it's like it's really good.
Yeah.
So for freshness, I'm gonna
I'm sad about that, y'all.
give it the same as the old fashioned.
I'm disappointed.
Mouthfeel.
Ron's Bakery, you can do better.
Mouthfeel had the same mouthfeel, but then now at
Freshness, so
balance,
good.
if like this is where like blueberry takes place. If there's no blueberry, then that's a bad balance.
It is out of balance.
It is out of
I'm
balance.
gonna give it like, maybe like a 3 or a 4 if you're not
Yeah, I
getting
was
any
thinking
donut.
that too.
Like 3 to 4, God. But then it tasted delicious. But if you don't get any blueberry, or do we have it where the blueberry taste only affects the balance?
No.
No, because balance is more like taste with mouthfeel and everything else
Ah.
combined.
Yeah.
So I mean, taste you gotta.
You have to have like
'Cause it still tastes good. So I'm gonna give it like a 5 to.
I gave it a 5. I gave my taste a 5, and balance I gave it a 4.
Man, Browns.
That
Like,
was sad.
wait, does that mean that Dunkin' had a better blueberry cake donut than Browns?
Yes.
Oh man.
Sure the heck did.
I didn't taste last time, but I would say that it was probably more blueberry.
So, Dunkin' had the old fashioned. This Browns has the blueberry. What is Krispy Kreme gonna have then?
Well, I mean,
This isn't bad by any means.
I would rather eat this blueberry than
Then
Dunkin's old fashioned.
yeah, of course. I was just saying.
It just was a blueberry.
It's a bad. It's a.
Let
It's
down.
It was a blueberry fail, not a donut fail.
yeah. It's a good donut. It just doesn't. It's just not a good blueberry donut.
Yeah, agreed. Now, do we want to do a bonus donut and do this red velvet?
I can't eat any more donut right now. But
I
you guys
can. I can.
do
Can?
what
I
you,
can.
you guys can do what you
We
want.
got a red velvet cake. I'm really excited about it because it's red velvet. But look at this.
It's got a nice color reveal.
Also, I love how evenly you split that.
Oh, I don't want a whole lot.
Oh, okay. I thought you were about to give me the small piece. Ready?
It's beautiful, by the way.
It does have an excellent reveal. Crack open.
There is
does it-
chocolate to it.
Well, yeah, that's what red velvet is uncolored chocolate. Or red colored chocolate.
What to say?
Nice chocolate flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Better than the devil's food.
Same.
Same
It's the It's
chocolatiness.
like the same donut.
Yep.
But one's red and one's
One's
brown.
prettier.
I think that the
Prettier
the
red.
chocolate cake has a bit of a better like balance when it comes to like the texture's better, but the taste is almost exactly the same.
Yum. I'm going into a diabetic coma now. Wake me in 5 minutes. Overall, Browns
Oh, yeah. We need to do an outro.
is awesome. It's been around forever, obviously. They have a reputation of consistency and flavor and this is my son.
Okay, you can do the outro by yourself. I'm leaving.
Oh, that was good. Although they did not have every donut that we wanted and did not have every and didn't have like the flavor in the blueberry cake, I still think it's a better donut shop than Dunkin'. That's my take. And with that,
Wait, hon, this is my channel. I leave it.
oh,
Okay, guys. And with that, what you gonna say?
we're done.
Oh.
We're out.
And with that, I leave you. I will begin that Sorting Flash episode out soon, I promise. I have everything sorted out. I just have to. What are you doing? No, get out of here. No. That's it. You know what I'm gonna do? Unsubscribe, delete your comment, and hit the dislike button. All right, we're off.